Welcome back, Rose fam. Thank you for clicking on another video. Welcome to our new members of the Rose fam. And if you are stopping by because you got a little hungry when you saw the thumbnail, then please consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming a part of the Rose fam, because there is plenty more where this came from. Anyway, guys, I hope you're hungry. Today we are going to be making some chicken and some steak quesadillas. This particular night, I don't know what got into me, but I ended up making a ton of these quesadillas and called our sons over, and they were glad to come over and help mom out. Anyway, right now I am just dicing up some red, orange, and yellow peppers to put in the quesadillas. I also had some green onion that I also added to the mix as well. So for the steak portion of the quesadillas, this is that bag mix that I have shown in, I think it's been a couple vlogs now. So I am getting that cut up really fine because I don't like thick chunks of meat in my quesadillas. So I am getting that cut, stirred, and adding a little bit of A1. It's called a thick and hearty sauce. Now I'm going to go ahead and add just some fresh spinach to it and let that cook down. And guys, you know I don't cook without my ranch dressing. Okay, now I'm just gonna fry up lightly the mixture of the bell peppers and the onion and get it ready. I'm gonna be adding this mix to both the steak quesadillas and the chicken ones. Now for the chicken portion of the quesadillas, I had made 3 of those. They're not Cornish hens, but there are the smaller chickens. I made 3 different ones and had plenty of leftovers. And y'all, this is not the time to be wasting food. So I am going to get as much meat off of these bones as possible. Alright guys, I was getting tired and I had so much to do, so now it was time to enlist the help of hubby. He sat down and helped me get some meat off of the chicken that he had over there. Guys, this process seemed like it was never ending. I'm like, man, if we had thrown that out, that was a ton of food that would have been wasted. I'm glad we were able to repurpose it into a wonderful meal. Alright guys, if you've been with me long enough, you know that I have to cook in a clean kitchen. So now it's time to get some of these things cleaned up and out of the way so that I have space to prepare my quesadillas. Have you gotten to see my video fam where I gifted myself this beautiful mixer? I am so in love with it, and I am finding all the things that I can do with it that makes my life so much easier. So here I am going to actually shred up the chicken a little bit more. Like I said, I don't like chunks of meat. I just like it to be well proportioned in the quesadilla. Guys, there was so much meat, it was literally spraying everywhere. Alright guys, now it's time to get the chicken added to some of the peppers that I mixed and fried earlier. Okay, in the chicken quesadilla, I'm also adding some spinach, and don't forget to add your butter because you don't want your mixture to be dry. It was a whole chicken, so there are white parts, dark parts, all kinds of the chicken meat in there, so just make sure you get a nice amount of butter to keep it moist. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fry up my tortillas. And I use olive oil, and I have a little red brush that I kind of spread it around evenly. I'm gonna add just a little bit more because I do like for my whole tortilla to get fried, and I like them a little bit more on the brown side, but it's definitely your preference how you do yours. Okay, so now this is the trickiest part of making them. You want to go ahead and get your mixture inside the tortilla with, I'm going to add some cheese and some salsa verde. Yes, that's what I said. So I'm going to go ahead and add that and the salsa and close it up. You want the cheese and the meat to be able to melt together, so it's really important to get it in pretty quickly so that you don't burn your tortilla in the process. Alright, so I'm going to pour a little bit of olive oil in this little glass dish, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to do it. And then I also like to take that brush and kind of spread a little bit of the olive oil on the top of the tortilla, just so that it gives it a little bit of a crunch. Okay fam, time to get these two transferred over. This is just some parchment paper that I like to use. The tortillas that I make, they're not really greasy. As you can see, it has a little bit of a shine. And guys, this literally made, I think, at least 35 maybe tortillas. So those are the chicken there. And then here is the steak, and they were absolutely delicious. I hope that you are able to try it at home.